film than there is any place in America, and I don't get it. I'm not saying we should pass a law to stop it, but I am saying we should put pressure on the movie producers that if there are people they admire and respect and have an influence on their lives are smoking, then obviously it's a bad influence. So, as much as I like George Clooney and I was just watching a movie the other night about the guy in Africa that was selling arms to the Africans. It's
Nicholas Cage.
Yeah. No, it was. Yeah, Blade One. Yeah. Everybody, DiCaprio smokes throughout the movie. The guy gonna kill himself. DiCaprio, yes.
Senator McCain, are you aware when you talk about personal responsibility for wellness? My husband taught school for 33 years. He was a physical education instructor. Are you aware that when budget cuts were made in the school system, physical education was the very first thing he chose to try to teach children lifelong skills and the value of being fit? That it's a sad scenario that we have a country that's obese now and with diabetes that got a cut in that area in the school system.
I strongly disagree. As a mediocre high school athlete, I even more strongly disagree with that. And I think it's terrible. I think that there should be some kind of physical fitness or athletic endeavors as part of every school curriculum. And I strongly think that it's wrong for us to at least not do everything we can to encourage people to engage in physical exercise of some kind or another. And physical education in school is obviously one of the first places where we would want to do that. It's just wrong. Well, could I say it's great to be back? Thank you all very much for the opportunity to be here. And I think we need to have this discussion and dialogue all over America. It is the key issue. We have an aging population, as you well know. The baby boomers are going to be first eligible for Medicare
2010.
2010. 2010, the baby boomers will first be eligible. First baby boomers will be eligible for Medicare. And as I mentioned in my opening remarks, you can do the math. And it's really quite alarming and disturbing. And the tragedy of this is every single day we wait, the more draconian are going to have to be the measures we take to fix the system. And the thing that bothers me as much as anything else is we're willing to expand all these entitlement programs, which may or may not be necessary. We're willing to lay all of this stuff for the present day generation, but we're laying the burden of paying it back on future generations. That's not what a Judeo-Christian principled nation is supposed to be all about. We're supposed to take care of the next generation as well as the past one and the present one. And that's why we've got to have this national debate and discussion so that our kids and grandkids can have the same kind of safety net that we owe to all Americans. And by the way, I don't think, as I told you, that you should have to pay for my prescription drugs, which was part of that last bill we passed on Medicare prescription drugs. I vote myself enough pay raises to afford it. So when you see Chuck, tell him we don't think that we ought to pay for his Medicare prescription drugs either. And I would like to applaud Senator Grassley for being in this issue heavily engaged and one of the most respected individuals in America on the issue of health care, and I think we're lucky to have him. Thanks again, and I appreciate that you taking the time to be with me. Thanks very much. Wait, uno más.
I had a real single-minded reason for coming here today. I wore Senator McCain's POW bracelets that he held in Hanoi. And I've been to many places around the island. He's seen me, but I've never taken the microphone before. He came here to my hometown, and I look around and I see members of my church family, neighbors, friends, and co-workers. And I would be remiss if I didn't take a minute to tell you something about this man who, in humility, he never talks about. as October comes around every year, I always wonder what images are going through his head, particularly of October 26, 1967, when the A-4 Skyhawk he was in got hit, and he ejected out of it into an abyss. It was an abyss of torture, deprivation, and starvation, and solitary confinement. 5.5 years, over 2,000 days, so that I, in Iowa, could be free and safe at night. You're a rare breed, Senator McCain, and I guarantee all of the good people here, I guarantee to you that there's nobody that is running for the Chief Executive Officer in 2008 of any party that loves America or Americans like this man. I guarantee you. And I'll tell you, Senator McCain, I remember, and I'll always remember. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. If you're not busy, we have some other stops. Thank you again. Thanks again. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Again, I just want to say thanks for coming and being part of this today. It is a great opportunity for us to interact with our elected officials, and Senator McCain is absolutely a great American, and we do thank you for your public service these many, many years, and thanks for the opportunity to have a dialogue with you. So, good day, everyone.